November 991, taxiing to runway 36. Blue Star 511, taxiing to runway 06. Big Jet 841, taxiing to runway 12. Starboard 734, increasing speed. November 991, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Slam Jet 819, reducing speed. Blue Star 511, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Big Jet 841, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Budget 713, increasing speed. Starboard 589, increasing speed. Blue Star 511, right turn. Starboard 734, taxi across runway 12. Blue Star 477, increasing speed. Land at 819, requesting taxi. November 778, increasing speed. Starboard 468, increasing speed. Land at 819, taxiing to runway 06. Budget 713, taxi across runway 06. Starboard 589, taxi across runway 12. Blue Star 477, taxi across runway 12. Land at 819, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Slam Jet 468, increasing speed. Starboard 468, taxi across, runway 12. Starboard 734, requesting taxi. Starboard 734, taxiing to runway 12. Blue Star 239, increasing speed. Starboard 589, requesting taxi. Big Jet 525, increasing speed. Starboard 589, taxiing to runway 06. Budget 713, requesting taxi. Budget 713, taxiing to runway 12. Starboard 734, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Blue Star 477, requesting taxi. Slam Jet 468, taxi across runway 06. Blue Star 477, taxiing to runway 06. Starboard 266, increasing speed. Budget 713, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Big Jet 525, taxi across runway 12. November 65 Yankees, increasing speed. Starboard 468, requesting taxi. Starboard 734, right turn. Starboard 468, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 239, taxi across runway 06. November 778, requesting taxi. Blue Star 477, clear for takeoff, runway 06. November 778, taxiing to runway 36. Budget 713, left turn. Starboard 266, taxi across runway 12. Land Jet 322, increasing speed. Starboard 589, clear for takeoff, runway 06. November 778, line up runway 36. Blue Star 185, increasing speed. Starboard 223, increasing speed. November 778, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Slam Jet 468, requesting taxi. Slam Jet 468, taxiing to runway 12. Starboard 468, line up runway 06. Big Jet 525, requesting taxi. Starboard 266, requesting taxi. Starboard 468, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Blue Star 239, requesting taxi. Blue Star 239, taxiing to runway 12. Blue Star 156, increasing speed. November 554, increasing speed. Landjet 322, requesting taxi. Big Jet 525, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 185, taxi across runway 06. Starburst 266, taxiing to runway 06. Landjet 322, taxiing to runway 06. Landjet 468, clear for takeoff, runway 12. November 65 Yankee, requesting taxi. Starburst 223, taxi across runway 12. Starburst 114, increasing speed. Blue Star 654, increasing speed. Blue Star 156, taxi across runway 06. November 65 Yankee, taxiing to runway 36. November 65 Yankee, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Budget 819, increasing speed. Big Jet 525, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starburst 266, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starburst 223, requesting taxi. Landjet 322, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Blue Star 654, taxi across, runway 12. Big Jet 525, left turn. November 476, increasing speed. Starburst 223, taxi, runway 12. Budget 819, taxi across, runway 12. Starburst 734, increasing speed. Blue Star 185, requesting taxi. Blue Star 239, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Blue Star 185, taxiing to runway 12. Starburst 114, taxi across, runway 06. Blue Star 156, requesting taxi. November 476, 360 left. Starburst 223, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Blue Star 156, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 185, clear for takeoff, runway 12. November 554, requesting taxi. November 476, 360 left. November 554, taxiing to runway 36. Starburst 223, left turn. Budget 819, requesting taxi. Starburst 734, taxi across, runway 12. Blue Star 185, left turn. Blue Star 654, requesting taxi. Blue Star 477, increasing speed. Budget 819, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 654, taxiing to runway 12. November 554, line up runway 36. Landjet 819, requesting taxi. Budget 462, increasing speed. Landjet 819, taxiing to runway 06. November 554, clear for takeoff, runway 36. November 44 Yankee, increasing speed. Budget 819, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starburst 114, requesting taxi. Budget 713, requesting taxi. Starburst 114, taxiing to runway 12. Blue Star 239, increasing speed. Budget 713, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 654, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Landjet 819, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starburst 734, requesting taxi. Blue Star 477, requesting taxi. Landjet 819. November 476, requesting taxi. Budget 462, requesting taxi. Blue Star 477, taxiing to runway 06. Budget 713, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starburst 724, taxiing to runway 12. Landjet 819, taxi across, runway 12. November 476, taxiing to runway 36. November 476, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Budget 462, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 156, clear for takeoff, runway 06. November 16 Yankee, increasing speed. Blue Star 239, requesting taxi. Blue Star 185, increasing speed. Blue Star 239, taxiing to runway 06. Starburst 266, taxi across, runway 12. Blue Star 477, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Big Jet 565, requesting taxi. November 44 Yankee, requesting taxi. Big Jet 525, taxiing to runway 06. Starburst 114, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Starboard 734, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Land at 819, requesting taxi. Blue Star 185, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 462, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Land at 819, taxi to runway 06. Land at 262, increasing speed. November 44 Yankee, taxi to runway 36. November 44 Yankee, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Blue Star 654, increasing speed. Starboard 266, requesting taxi. Budget 362, taxi across, runway 06. Starboard 266, taxiing to runway 06. November 332, increasing speed. Blue Star 239, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Big Jet 525, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Blue Star 185, requesting taxi. Starboard 734, increasing speed. Blue Star 185, taxiing to runway 12. Budget 245, taxi across, runway 12. Big Jet 525, left turn. Land at 262, requesting taxi. Blue Star 185, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Jet 262, taxiing to runway 06. November 32 Yankee, requesting taxi. November 32 Yankee, taxiing to runway 36. November 32 Yankee, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Land at 819, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starboard 266, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 362, requesting taxi. Big Jet 841, increasing speed. Budget 362, taxiing to runway 12. Budget 245, requesting taxi. Land at 819, increasing speed. Blue Star 654, requesting taxi. Budget 245, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 511, taxi across, runway 06. Land at 819, right turn. Starboard 266, right turn. Blue Star 654, taxiing to runway 06. Budget 362, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Land at 262, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 362, left turn. Land at 819, taxi across, runway 12. Blue Star 654, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 245, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starboard 734, requesting taxi. Starboard 734, taxiing to runway 06. November 322, requesting taxi. Big Jet 551, taxi across, runway 12. November 322, taxiing to runway 36. Big Jet 841, taxi across, runway 06. Blue Star 239, increasing speed. Budget 411, increasing speed. November 322, line up, runway 36. Land at 819, requesting taxi. Blue Star 511, requesting taxi. Land at 819, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 511, taxiing to runway 12. Starboard 734, clear for takeoff, runway 06. November 322, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Blue Star 185, increasing speed. Blue Star 239, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 362, increasing speed. Blue Star 511, line up, runway 12. Budget 411, taxi across, runway 12. November 778, increasing speed. Land at 819, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Big Jet 551, requesting taxi. Budget 362, taxi across, runway 12. Blue Star 185, taxi across, runway 06. Big Jet 551, taxi to runway 06. Blue Star 511, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Big Jet 841, requesting taxi. Big Jet 841, taxi to runway 12. Land at 262, increasing speed. November 991, requesting taxi. Big Jet 151, increasing speed. November 991, taxi to runway 36. November 991, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Big Jet 551, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 411, requesting taxi. Starburst 114, increasing speed. Budget 411, taxi to runway 06. Blue Star 239, requesting taxi. Big Jet 841, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Blue Star 239, taxi to runway 12. Budget 360, requesting taxi. November 65 Yankee, increasing speed. Blue Star 185, requesting taxi. Blue Star 185, taxiing to runway 12. Budget 362, taxiing to runway 06. Big Jet 841, left turn. Budget 411, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Big Jet 151, requesting taxi. Big Jet 861, increasing speed. Big Jet 151, taxiing to runway 06. Starburst 114, taxi across runway 06. Land at 452, increasing speed. November 778, requesting taxi. Budget 362, clear for takeoff, runway 06. November 778, taxiing to runway 36. November 778, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Slamjet 262, requesting taxi. Slamjet 262, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 511, increasing speed. Budget 713, increasing speed. Blue Star 185, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Ramjet 452, taxi across, runway 06. Big Jet 151, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Ramjet 262, clear for takeoff, runway 06. November 554, increasing speed. Big Jet 861, requesting taxi. Big Jet 861, taxiing to runway 06. Starburst 114, requesting taxi. Starburst 114, taxiing to runway 12. Budget 713, taxi across runway 12. November 65 Yankee, requesting taxi. Blue Star 511, taxi across runway 06. Big Jet 551, increasing speed. Starburst 589, taxi across runway 12. Blue Star 239, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Starburst 114, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Slamjet 452, requesting taxi. Slamjet 452, taxiing to runway 12. November 65 Yankee, taxiing to runway 36. November 65 Yankee, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Slamjet 468, increasing speed. Big Jet 565, increasing speed. Big Jet 861, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Big Jet 551, taxi across runway 06. Slamjet 468, taxi across runway 12. November 476, increasing speed. Starburst 589, requesting taxi. Slamjet 452, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Blue Star 511, requesting taxi. Blue Star 511, taxiing to runway 12. Starburst 589, taxiing to runway 06. Budget 411, increasing speed. Big Jet 489, increasing speed. Slamjet 452, left turn. Budget 713, requesting taxi. Big Jet 525, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 713, taxiing to runway 12. Blue Star 511, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Slamjet 468, requesting taxi. Budget 411, taxi across, runway 06. Starburst 589, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Big Jet 551, requesting taxi. Starburst 223, increasing speed. November 554, requesting taxi. Big Jet 489, taxi across, runway 12. November 554, taxiing to runway 36. November 554, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Big Jet 551, taxiing to runway 06. Budget 713, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Ramjet 468, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 156, increasing speed. Big Jet 551, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starburst 223, taxi across, runway 12. Big Jet 151, increasing speed. Blue Star 654, increasing speed. Big Jet 525, requesting taxi. Slam Jet 468, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Big Jet 525, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 156, taxi across runway 12. November 476, requesting taxi. Budget 411, requesting taxi. November 476, taxiing to runway 36. Budget 411, taxiing to runway 12. Slam Jet 452, increasing speed. Big Jet 151, taxi across runway 06. Big Jet 489, requesting taxi. Blue Star 654, taxi across runway 12. Big Jet 489, taxiing to runway 12. Big Jet 525, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starboard 223, requesting taxi. Budget 411, clear for takeoff, runway 12. November 476, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Starboard 223, taxiing to runway 06. Land at 819, increasing speed. Land at 452, taxi across runway 12. November 32 Yankee, increasing speed. Big Jet 489, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Big Jet 525, right turn. Blue Star 156, requesting taxi. Blue Star 156, taxiing to runway 12. Big Jet 841, increasing speed. Budget 713, increasing speed. Slam Jet 819, taxi across runway 12. Big Jet 489, left turn. Starboard 223, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Blue Star 156, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Big Jet 841, taxi across runway 12. November 44 Yankee, requesting taxi. November 44 Yankee, taxiing to runway 36. Big Jet 151, requesting taxi. November 44 Yankee, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Blue Star 654, requesting taxi. Big Jet 151, taxiing to runway 12. Blue Star 654, taxiing to runway 06. Big Jet 551, increasing speed. Budget 713, taxi across runway 12. Big Jet 151, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Starboard 468, reducing speed. Runway 819, requesting taxi. Land Jet 452, requesting taxi. Blue Star 239, increasing speed. Land Jet 819, taxiing to runway 06. Land Jet 452, taxiing to runway 12. November 323, increasing speed. Blue Star 654, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Big Jet 551, taxi across runway 06. Starboard 266, increasing speed. Blue Star 239, taxi across runway 12. Land Jet 452, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Budget 713, requesting taxi. Big Jet 841, requesting taxi. Budget 713, taxiing to runway 06. Land Jet 819, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Big Jet 841, taxiing to runway 06. November 32 Yankee, requesting taxi. Blue Star 185, increasing speed. November 32 Yankee, taxiing to runway 36. November 32 Yankee, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Starboard 266, taxi across runway 12. Budget 362, increasing speed. Starboard 468, requesting taxi. Big Jet 841, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 713, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starboard 468, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 239, requesting taxi. Big Jet 551, requesting taxi. November 991, increasing speed. Big Jet 551, taxiing to runway 12. Blue Star 239, taxiing to runway 06. Slam Jet 262, increasing speed. Budget 362, taxi across runway 12. Starboard 266, requesting taxi. Big Jet 151, increasing speed. Big Jet 551, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Budget 713, left turn. Budget 713, right turn. Starboard 468, clear for takeoff, runway 06.